Today, we're diving into 5 Audis that deliver luxury, Quattro grip, and tuning power for everyday money. We've researched owner forums, tuning communities, and real-world market data, so you'll know exactly what to buy, what to fix, and how far you can push it. Let's start with number 5, the one tuner's love for budget builds, the budget tuner's dream. Here's the deal. You can find a 2005 to 2008 A4 2.0T Quattro for $6,000 to $9,000 Canadian, depending on mileage. It's lightweight, reliable when maintained, and built on the same platform as the Golf GTI. Reliability check, slow down. Yes, early 2.0T engines had oil consumption issues and cam follower problems. But once fixed, they're solid. Keep oil changes every 8,000 kilometers and replace the timing belt every 120,000 kilometers. You're looking at around $800 to $200 annually if you DIY or use an independent Euroshop. The numbers. Now here's where it gets good. Stage 1 with APR or Unitronic, you're adding 50 horsepower and 70 pound-feet for just $600 to $700. That's 250 horsepower total. Stage 2, add a downpipe, intake, and intercooler. You're at 270 plus horsepower for $1,200 to $1,800 in total mods. Want to go crazy? Stage 3, big turbo setup gets you 320 to 350 horsepower. That's about a $3,000 build. The value proposition, $8,000 purchase plus $800 tune equals 250 horsepower Quattro sedan for under $9,000. That's GTI performance with all-wheel drive and leather seats. Number 4 is the sleeper nobody sees coming, the 8P generation Audi A3. These 2006 to 2013 2.0T Quattro models go for $6,500 to $9,500. Same 2.0T engine as the A4, but here's the thing. It's in a lighter chassis. Reliability, common issues, carbon buildup and DSG mechatronic faults. But a fluid service every 60,000 kilometers keeps it happy. Stock specs, 200 horsepower, 207 pound-feet, 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds. Available in front-wheel or all-wheel drive. But trust me, you want the Quattro. Tuning potential, Stage 1 with APR or IE. You're at 245 horsepower and 280 pound-feet for $650. Stage 2 with downpipe and intake, 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet for about $1,400 total. But check this out. Stage 3 with a K04 turbo upgrade gets you 330 to 350 horsepower. That's matching a Golf R for $3,000 to $4,000. The bottom line, for $9,000 total, you're driving a hot hatch that'll smoke a stock MK6 GTI and still return 8 liters per 100 kilometers. Which would you daily? This sleeper hatch or a used Civic Si? Drop your answer in the comments. The V8 Symphony. Now we're getting serious. Number 3, pause. Meet the last naturally aspirated V8 S4. Burrell Engine Bay reveal of 4.2L VR8. In 2025, you're finding these for $7,500 to $9,800 Canadian, usually with 180 to 220,000 kilometers on them. The specs 4.2-liter V8, 340 horsepower, 302 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. Quattro all-wheel drive with your choice of 6-speed manual or Tiptronic. Reliability, slow down. Okay, let's be honest. Timing chain rattle is the big one. It's an engine-out job that costs about $3,000 to fix. But if it's already done or the engine's silent, these V8s are absolute tanks. Regular oil changes and valve cover gaskets, that's your main upkeep. Tuning. Now this isn't a turbo car, so tuning's different. Bolt-ons like intake and exhaust net you about 15 extra horsepower and better throttle response. A JHM tune adds 20 to 25 horsepower and 25 pound-feet, sharpening that mid-range punch for $800 to $1,000. Want to go full send? Headers plus tune plus catback exhaust gets you 375 plus horsepower. That's about $3,500 in mods. Why buy it? For under $10,000, you're getting M3 level power with Quattro grip and one of the best exhaust notes ever built. Because who needs turbos when your right foot sounds like thunder? The twin-turbo sleeper. Number 2 is the one everyone ignores. You've probably scrolled past these on Facebook Marketplace for $4,500 to $7,000. Don't make that mistake. The C5 A6 2.7T hides the same engine as the legendary B5 S4, just in a more comfortable, under-the-radar package. Stock specs: 2.7-liter twin-turbo V6, 250 horsepower, 258 pound-feet, 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds flat, Quattro all-wheel drive standard. Reliability check. Slow down. Turbo oil lines and valve cover leaks are common, but caught early? They're cheap fixes. Timing belt every 120,000 kilometers is non-negotiable. Now for the best part, Stage 1 APR tune, 300 horsepower and 330 pound-feet for $650. Just a tune. Stage 2 with downpipes and catback, you're at 340 horsepower and 370 pound-feet for $1,200 total investment. But here's where it gets insane. Stage 3 with big K04 turbos, fueling upgrades, and a custom tune, 450 to 500 horsepower for a $4,000 to $6,000 build. Think about this. You spend $9 grand total and walk away with a 450 horsepower all-wheel drive sedan. That's E46 M3 power for literally half the price. A $600 tune equals 80 extra horsepower. Show me another car that does that. The OG tuner legend. And number one, this is the legend that started it all. The B5 S4 built Audi's modern performance reputation. You'll find clean examples for $8,000 to $9,500 Canadian in 2025. 2.7-liter biturbo V6, 250 horsepower stock, 258 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. 6-speed manual transmission standard. Quattro all-wheel drive standard. Reliability. Slow down. Yes, maintenance is key here. Turbos and timing belt service every 100,000 kilometers. But enthusiasts will tell you, these engines can go over 400,000 kilometers if serviced correctly. Tuning potential. This is where the B5 S4 becomes legendary. Stage 1 tune, 310 horsepower and 360 pound-feet for $700. Stage 2 with downpipes and exhaust, 380 horsepower and 400 pound-feet for $200 in mods. Stage 3 with K04 turbos, 450 to 500 horsepower and 450 plus pound-feet of torque. That's a $4,000 build. And if you want to go fully built, rods, fueling upgrades, clutch. You're looking at 600 plus horsepower potential for $7,000 to $9,000 total. Community support, huge community backing. JHM 034 Motorsport, pronounced 034, APR. They all offer parts and proven tunes. You're buying into a platform that's been perfected for over 20 years. The ultimate value, $9,000 car plus $1,000 tune equals 911 level acceleration for under 10 grand. It's the definition of affordable performance. The smart Audi buyer's blueprint. If you're buying a used Audi under 10 grand, here's your checklist. Speed up. Prioritize maintenance history over mileage. Avoid neglected turbo cars with unknown service records. Budget $1,000 to $1,500 immediately for catch-up maintenance. Stick to proven tuners. APR, Unitronic, Integrated Engineering, or JHM. Always use 93 octane and synthetic 5W40 oil, because when maintained properly, these cars reward you back with all-wheel drive traction, tunability, and power that embarrasses new cars costing 4 times as much. So which one would you tune first? The twin-turbo B5 S4, the V8 Screamer, or the A3 Pocket Rocket? Drop your answer in the comments right now. Team Quattro or Team RWD, and tag someone who's still driving a base Corolla and needs a real car. If you want to know the real cost of owning a tuned Audi for 2 years, with actual receipts and real numbers, hit that subscribe button. That video drops next week. Remember, buy smart, tune smarter, and keep more money in your pocket. What's your budget for your next project car? Let me know below.